adventures. After several years preparing videos for our Cyber Chronicles, topics for classes, and interviewing professors and managers for the same purpose, we have decided to use our global experience around the world that we enhanced this summer to create a new series called Global Learning Adventures, where we're going to combine the previous knowledge, the concepts that we use in management courses, system courses, and leadership courses with the real-time or real-life experiences that we found in other countries. In some of our chapters, we cover things related to international management, international business, other economies, culture, languages, time zones, and we are going to incorporate all these during these videos. When we are talking about global learning and management, we have to do a review of the process that we have in management. I think that management is a system when we have an input, a process, an output, and then a feedback that allows us to start all over again. And I'm going to use several examples based on my experience recently in Japan in the World Scout Jamboree to share with you how the organizers were able to have 34,000 scouts from 150 countries all the way for 3 weeks in a small place, in a small island in Japan. The first process that we think here in management has to do with the planning. When we talk about planning, we think about the big picture, about the future, about the thinker is going to innovate and how you are going to think outside of the box. This is why we tell the students that you need to focus on the upper part of the Bloom's taxonomy, when you need to evaluate, synthesize, analyze, create new ideas, new concepts, new projects, be able to take a risk and find new ways to do things. And this is where innovation came. This is where you find the new products, the new service, by challenging yourself and not only by understanding and learning the concepts. The application leads you to the analysis of results and to the creation of new ideas, of new things. And this is what we're trying to do this. The planner needs a mind of big strategies to see the trees above or the forest from above. You need to know your vision, where your company is going, where is your future of success. And I always tell that these concepts are not only applied for companies or organizations, but also to your personal life. When I developed the personal leadership systems, I included most of these concepts applied to yourself. When you know your vision, you know where you're going, then it will be easier to navigate those waters. This is why on SWOT analysis, or strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat analysis is very important. When you know the strength of your company, you are able to identify the weaknesses. When you do the same for yourself, it's amazing how you know how good you are in some areas. Your strengths are the ones that you are going to add to your resume. And the weaknesses are the ones that you're going to improve, that you're going to see how these weaknesses are making the difference between selecting you as an employee, or as a next leader, or as a next manager, or another person. You need to work in your weaknesses. Because when you have this internal analysis done, then you can look for opportunities and threats. You can find what's going on around your company, who is your competition, how you're going to keep the competitive advantage, how your products, your service, yourself are going to be above and beyond the others that are doing the same. We all are working in an area of knowledge. We are experts in something, but there's a specific thing that you do differently that is your strength. And when you work in your weaknesses and you focus on your strengths, then you will get the opportunities that you need, because you also will identify the threats. when you travel to different countries, you learn that each country have a different way to do business, to work, how they manage their economies, the local culture, the language, the religion, the politics, the social structure. It's very important that when you're going to do international business or international relations, you know how other people think. Not everybody think like us here in the United States. And we have to learn that by traveling, by reading more about other countries, by reading more about other leaders in other companies are doing their business overseas. We have to find new markets, new partners, new employees, and know that we are now in a global society that is not a melting pot. It's a big salad. We all add flavor and color to our products, services, and life. And this is the reason that I am integrating all this information into our courses, our blogs, and our social media, because I want you to see how in other places they are learning similar concepts, they are doing their planning, and they are doing more or less the same. They are learning about us in something that we call business intelligence. It's the same kind of intelligence that we have in the military, but in this case, we want to know more about others are doing things. And this is why planning is very important. When we went to Japan a few months ago to the World Scout Jamboree, we were able to feel the planning of more than 7 years of organizing an event to bring 34,000 people in 3 weeks using all ways of transportation, using planes, trains, bullet trains, buses, cars, ferries, bicycles, motorcycles, you name it. It was amazing to see that, because the second process that we have in management is the organizing part. Once that you have your plan, how you are going to organize. After coming from Japan, we are now in scouting thinking what's going to happen in 2 years when we're going to bring more than 10,000 scouts to West Virginia to the National Jamboree. We're going to test the place, see all the logistics, see what happened there, because we already were there. But in 2019, the North America countries, Canada, United States, and Mexico are organizing the World Scout Jamboree here in the United States. And all the planning is in place, and now they are in the organizing mood to be sure that we learn from the lessons from Japan.